Hello, everyone. Welcome to Dungeon Not Included.
Hey.
Hey.
Remember when we said we would write our intro? That's why I'm smiling. I'm like, ooh.
Oh, yeah, we forgot about that.
But other than
we
me
never did.
doing this, I think that's pretty good. I think we did a good job.
Yeah.
Pat ourselves in the back. So where did we leave off last time for our intrepid heroes?
You had escaped from the gangs, the street gangs who had all cornered you on a block, and then returned to find the police cracking down on the hideout of the modders.
Big Bertha's bar.
Yeah.
So are these Mounties? I don't know how Toronto police work.
Oh yeah, sure, they're Mounties.
Yes.
Love that.
Oh, man.
Red jackets, big hats, and everything. So
they are on horses unless they are on the ground arresting people.
That's right.
I love it. I'm very excited about this new turn of events. Very excited.
I'm just picturing a gang of Dudley Do-Rights, but like a la the Warriors. Like,
You guys gotta stop referencing the Warriors.
Impossible. It is impossible.
In fairness, Rebel, they have picked some systems that very easily map onto the Warriors, right? Like Runners in the Shadows could just be the Warriors, the RPG. Like it's pretty analogous.
Someone should get Bill White to do a paper on this and say, why? Why are we all so obsessed with the Warriors and RPGs? Yes, we all agree Warriors was a great movie. But aside from that, I think do-rights is the slang for cops in this setting.
Yeah,
that's right. Do-rights.
All right. So, of course, used sarcastically because we know why. So,
ACAP.
Yeah. Well, so what's the plan?
AMAB, all Mounties are bastards.
AMAD, all Mounties are Dudleys.
That's so good.
Oh, AMAD, bro. We got our first t-shirt. We're putting this on a t-shirt. AMAD, bro. All right. Let's do this. So I think Adam's gonna like knowing Skip, and then let's like surface knowledge of Skip and Roxy. He looks at both of them, and says, "Roxy, what's the plan?"
Yeah.
Roxy pulls out a baseball bat from her duffel bag and is just it's going in unless somebody stops them.
I think I will. I grab the bat and I'm like, that's not the plan.
What are you doing?
So yeah, we are. We're in the building surrounded by.
No,
we came to the building and you saw that the building was surrounded by Mounties. They're arresting Big Bertha right now. It looks like what's your sister's name? Rory put up a fight and also is being arrested.
Hey, all right, Skip.
What's
you? It has to
quick
be
question.
You.
Time of day.
Oh, I think it.
It's nighttime now.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm able to be seen pretty well.
Yeah.
All
Skip,
right.
I think it has to be you. You have to go and ask what the deal is, what the charges are. They probably won't arrest the boy, and if they do, you just did.
That's totally fair.
I'm not letting my sister get arrested.
First, we see if misdemeanor or felony charge. Then we pay bail or fight off cops. Let's decide this later.
She's not going to jail. I don't give a shit.
Holding is not jail. Holding.
Holding is not fine.
Night in Clink.
We all spent night in Clink. Yeah.
Rory hasn't, as far as I know, and I'm not letting her.
And neither has Skip, for sure.
Skip is definitely not. Skip's closest was he got detention, but only from a principal who was like hiding some corrupt crime that the kids ended up like unmasking later.
Wow, very Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, so we can definitely have Skip make a approach these people if that's what we want to do. So Skip looks at them and says, "Well, let's see if Pickle and I can't find some information out first, and then if you want to take a bat to these guys, I'll join you." And then I
think whatever happens, Rory is not going to jail or holding or whatever. That's my number one priority.
I can get behind that. Yeah. Let's see what Pickle and I can do. And Pickle and Skip head to whatever officer is currently bringing Rory to the vehicle. This kind of
okay.
Hello there.
The officer says, "Hey kid, this is a bad neighborhood. You should get out of here."
Oh, I'm aware. I'm a bit of a detective myself. I know my way around a crime scene. What seems to be the problem?
All right. I'm going to have you make a roll, even though this is just conversational, because the cops don't want to be bothered by an earnest young fellow like you right at the moment.
Sure.
And don't forget to give grandeur, guys. We forgot all about that last time.
Yeah. So, all right, so let's do. I have a good cunning. So I'm assuming
before you do that, I will tell you.
Sure.
The Darkest Cosmos is rolling 5 dice.
Ooh.
So that means the worse off. Wait, how does this work again? So I'm trying to. You're gonna roll 5, and if I do worse than you, something very bad happens. Correct? Is that how that?
No, that's if it's like a 3 or something.
Oh, okay.
Just a regular roll.
All right. Well, then I'm going to assume this is cunning because I am trying to get information out of these people, and I'm going to argue discern because I'm trying to gain information from the situation. Does that make sense?
I think that makes sense.
All right, so cunning and discern. I'm rolling 6d10.
Okay, and that's all you want?
I used a lot of my Numa last time, and I don't want to. I only have 5 left, and I might need to scare the shit out of some Mounties pretty soon. Yeah, so I want to hang on to it. So I'm going to roll my 6 and see what happens. So I got a 10 and a 7, so my 10 explodes, correct? Does my 6 does my 6 count as a thing or anything?
6s do not count as a 6.
Okay, so the 10 does explode. So I'm going to roll one more d10. An 8. So I got 3 successes.
So 3 successes. To the cops, 1 success.
Perfect.
He's got Rory sitting in the back of a squad car. This Mountie's horse is nearby, but they needed to, some cars to carry all of these people away.
Sure.
But he stops, leans against the roof of the car while Rory is staring daggers at him. And he says, this shop is it's running an illegal body modding operation.
Oh my gosh, it's terrible. And this young person here is responsible for this?
This young person here took a swing at a cop. That's why they're in the car.
And I think what's going to happen is at that moment he's going to say, which officer did they take a swing at?
He points at a guy sitting on the curb, holding his jaw in his hand.
Okay, perfect. I think when he says that, I'm going to use just one Numa for my haunting manifestation, because if you only use one, I can do something very small in terms of creating image. I just want to create enough of a light out of the corner of the horse's eye to spook it. His horse.
This guy that you're talking to.
Yes, the one who's you said his horse is right there. I want to scare the horse at that point.
I think that's a totally decent one Numa spend. A horse isn't hard to scare, so
yes. So I would like to scare said horse and with the distraction try and get her out of the car. Get her out.
Okay, yeah. So the horse makes a horse scream and rears up, and he steps forward trying to calm it down and get a hold of the reins and get it back under control, stepping away from the car where Rory is.
And I'm going to open the door and take her.
Door's still open, actually.
Yeah. Then I'm going to give her like a look, like come with me, give her two like fingers to the eyes for those at home, look, let's go, and then have bye, officer, and then book it.
You're gonna say bye, officer.
So polite. He has to say goodbye.
Yeah. So I'm now making off with Rory towards Rebel ASAP. Roxy ASAP.
And let's see if you can get out of there. I'm rolling 5 dice on this again.
Ooh, do I have to roll anything to counter it?
Yeah, I think honestly, you can decide what it is, how you're doing this. You did shout out by officer, which does blow your cover a little bit.
Sure. So what I would like to do instead then, how does Shroud work? I'm not disguising myself.
Well, you are a ghost. I would imagine.
I'm also transporting a person, though. Like this is not something I'm not gonna be able to. Like I have ghostly powers, but Rory doesn't. So if this is is the officer going to notice me kind of check, or is this the officer's going to stop me kind of check? I guess
are any of the officers on the scene going to notice and stop you? So Shroud, I think, is appropriate.
Okay. Then
it's not exactly a stealth mission, but
no, but yeah. So then I guess. Am I still cunning in this?
Sure.
Tenacity. So okay, cunning and I'll do cunning and Shroud. So that's 66.
Okay.
Or 60-10 against your 5. You said, right?
Yeah.
That's 3 9s.
Wow.
Ooh, nice. Let's see what I get. 1 8.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm. So I can't do anything about Big Bertha. You guys are on your own for the rest of them, but I was able to. I'm getting Rory out of there.
Yeah. So you can bring Rory over to where Roxy is and Adam, where they're lurking off to the side of the scene, mostly unnoticed so far.
All right. Open the back seat back seat so that she can fit in with me. Welcome back.
And
Rory, what happened?
Rory turns to Roxy and is like, "You've got to do something. They're arresting Big Bertha for running an illegal body mod shop."
Rude.
They said it was unsanitary.
Whoa.
What? It's perfectly sanitary. We disinfect every time we do body mods.
Yeah, but it's unlicensed. That's what they said.
License.
Which is absolutely true. It is unlicensed.
Well, yes, but that's not important.
You're anarchist body modders.
Exactly.
It's a little important, I think. Me not libertarian.
So, I mean, it does dawn on you that a lot of things have happened targeting all of you recently. It seems like somebody's got it out for you.
There's something more going on here, Rory. This isn't just about the bar. We were just chased down, not by one gang, but like several, including the cleaners.
And she kind of furrows her brow and she says, "That's weird. The cleaners had their eyes set on that disc, but I mean, I guess maybe if this guy was with you," points at Adam.
Adam is my name.
All right,
Had it
Adam.
long time.
Had it long time.
No problem. I'm just this guy in the backseat with you. It's fine.
We don't have a car. Remember, it got destroyed. It got destroyed. Yeah, we came here on a bike.
Came here on a bike. Yeah.
Told you that it was okay.
Look, how many people are they arresting?
Big Bertha, me, and she names like 2 or 3 other people in the gang because they all were the ones who fought back, who were getting arrested.
Not double jointed Debbie. Her fingers do that weird thing. Oh.
Look, I don't know if I can take on all these cops, but what we could try to do is try and break them out after they get into holding.
Rory's like, "Yeah, let's do that."
All right.
This is Adam's like,
Maybe
look, all of the body modders' money is tied up in body mods. It's not liquid. So
no.
Maybe it's best to settle the fine somehow and then figure out who has it out for you. Probably cleaners because we killed their god or whatever that guy was. The one who was wearing my bling.
Yeah, I don't know if he was like their god.
I don't know what normal people do. Everybody's so wrapped up in living forever. It's not that big a deal. But anyways, those guys were really important. Think he was really important, and we killed him, and I got my bling back. So maybe we could trade my bling back for them to help drop charges, free your friends.
Well, we don't know that the cleaners are the one pulling up these charges because, I mean, they don't want to get busted for their illegal garage any more than we do.
Well, Mounties, maybe the only reason they come after Big Birthday is because somebody told them to for fun or profit. I don't think they go out looking for crimes normal.
Well, honestly, we usually settle stuff with drag races. We don't bring the cops into it. Nobody wants the cops to get involved.
No, that breaks the gang code.
The gang code.
Exactly. So this is something bigger than just the cleaners.
Rory, what do you know about the cleaners? Maybe you could have a heart-to-heart with your sibling and see what's, mend fences and discuss problems you have emotionally with each other. And
we could talk it out with Tusk.
Yes, who is Tusk? Other sibling?
No, he's the head of the cleaners.
Not less emotionally fulfilling for me.
Look, Adam, I don't appreciate it, actually. Stop treating my life as a soap opera.
I am very bored. Family is important.
Family is important. That doesn't mean that I want random caveman telling me how to take care of my important family.
I hear what you're saying. Take it under consideration. Hey, where's Skip?
Skip's sitting here. Skip doesn't know a lot about street gangs, and so I don't think how much he has to contribute to this conversation at the moment. I think he's sitting back and let the expert.
Guess the real question is, well, look, Adam, going through the system is all well and good, but we don't really have money to pay for fines. If we had money to pay for fines, we would have just gotten a license.
Adam might be able to help you with that. Let me think about it. But first, let's see if there's even an option on the table. Maybe we ask Tusk for a meeting. And if he don't want to give a meeting because he chased us with his cars a little while ago, we break off his arms and legs and then ask for a meeting again.
How do you break
completely
off
off. Just break, so he can't move for a while.
Okay, but if he doesn't agree to meet with us, then how would you break his arms?
Well, I mean, he doesn't agree to meet with us willingly, but then we find him in an alley and beat him up, take him to another place, and then interrogate him. Civilized, though.
So, out of character, I'm just wondering, what does Adam think the cleaners have that can help with the cop situation?
Someone here might know who's hiring all these people to screw with us.
Okay.
And if it's not the cleaners themselves because they want to get their guy back, their immortal back, then I'd rather kidnap and beat up a gang member than a cop that will eventually come back and bite us and bite your friends. Like, depends on how organized this thing. I mean, if we break them out of jail, they're going to have to go on the run and change their identity. So that's a big deal. So if there's an easier way to do it, let's do that.
Right, but I guess my concern is that, or actually we can talk about this in character.
Yeah.
Because,
yes.
So Roxy says, look, finding out who's behind this is all well and good, but it's not going to solve to getting arrested right now.
So my hope was, there's two options here. One, someone just routed you out to the only morally upstanding, doing their jobs Mounties in Toronto, and they've just now decided to arrest you for real. In which case, you're going to be in the system even if you break out or not, and it's going to be, rapid, big change to your life if we break you out. The other option, more likely, I think, is that these are paid off Mounties, and if we find out who's doing the paying off of, maybe we can, liberate funds and pay off same Mounties to unarrest people. You know what I'm saying?
I see where you're going. I guess that's not the problem. I totally agree that we need to find out who's behind this. The problem I have is that how do we solve the situation that's happening right now?
I don't think there is, unless we, stop them in transit before they get processed. Or maybe your people don't care about changing their lives completely and going on the run. I mean, you mod your fingerprints, right? I don't know your friends. Me, I just died.
Your fingerprints.
Yeah, actually, that was a question I was gonna have. Is in the body modding community, I know a whole bunch of this is you don't understand. You're not supposed to know how cool you are. The minute you understand how cool you are, you undo it. But how strict are your identities? As in, can you if you don't have human hands, you don't have fingerprints. If you don't have teeth and you don't have hands, you don't have a lot of identifiable features. So how in trouble are these people actually if they get arrested?
We don't really know the baseline here. So
if we get them out, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think everybody's going around swapping their teeth out, and what I mean is
everybody.
that not everybody, exactly. That being the key phrase. It's like tattoos, right? They're unique.
Yeah. So I guess Skip's gonna chime in here, I think, and say well, I guess we either have to launch some sort of prison break immediately, deal with this second, which could go very poorly for the people who are already in police vehicles like Rory just was. or we let it play out, figure out who's on top of this whole situation, and then try and dismantle it from above. When we were solving a lot of mysteries when we were kids, sometimes you think it's the monster who's running around, but so oftentimes it's the person who's pulling the string of the monster, which is really just some sort of a person in a mask that is actually the way to stop the problem. Until we unmask the person who's controlling all of this, I don't know how much more control we're going to have over the current situations. I don't know how many more gangs we want to have after us. And if this arrest happens now, I can't imagine there won't be another arrest pretty soon after this.
Jinkies.
I guess what I'm trying to say is that if we break them out, they can go into hiding while we figure out who's behind it. If we don't break them out, they go into the system for getting arrested.
I also think we could probably at this point step out of character and decide what we'd rather do, right?
Yeah, I mean,
because
Roxy doesn't want. Yeah, Roxy doesn't want her people to get arrested, so 100%. That's what Z is advocating for.
Yeah. 100% understand that, and I'm all for. We can go do our spooky, immortal, violent thing. We can totally do a big cop rumble. The question becomes for us in terms of the game, is that more important? Well, I don't know. I guess that's fine. I was going to say what's more important, that are pushing the narrative, but also we can push the narrative through this because because
I think if Rebel wants to play this,
let's do it.
Then we could do that. But I will say that Frank and actually Adam both would rather do an in transit stopping them from being arrested than doing like a prison break thing.
That's fine. Roxy just
they all get put into the police van, and you guys stop the police van on the way.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
All right,
it's a fine way to do it. Like the question wasn't like, okay, it wasn't whether we go find out who the big bad is. Obviously, we're going to do that. It isn't, the question was not how we were going to get out. Roxy just wanted to make sure they didn't get to the police station. Yeah. How we do that, we can do that any way we want.
Right.
Right?
All right.
So I think the plan to stop the car on the way to the police station is a good one.
Right.
Then, are we... Okay, go Frank. And then when we're back in character, I have an idea.
Yeah, Adam understand your point, Roxy, and Adam ride or die.
I think Skip's
I'm gonna give you a grandeur for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think the phrase "ride or die" in this context is worth grandeur for sure.
I think okay. So Skip's gonna say, "All right, I'm all for this. What is the plan, and what do you want me to tell everybody in the van when I sneak inside it?"
Well, I, Rebel, do not have a plan, so let's come up with a plan.
Yeah, so my thought is I can be a man on the inside of the van when this is happening. I'll just phase in and pretend I have handcuffs on and sit on a seat. And hope everyone just overlooks the kid among the number of people who are jammed into this van. I'm assuming there's a lot of, if we're saying it's a van, we're using the word van and not like convoy, that it's a lot of people jammed into one vehicle, which is fine.
I think they're only arresting like 5 or 6 people.
Yeah.
Okay, so but enough that I can probably, I'm hoping I can sneak in and not be noticed. But if we can do that, then I can communicate whatever we want to Bertha and everyone else inside to coordinate however we want to do this. Like if we're gonna have do we want to have like a phrase like to like a safe wordy kind of situation for like if you guys are gonna ram us, like we can.
That sounds like fun.
Warn everyone to brace, that kind of thing.
Let's do the ramming. Let's do a ramming thing. You go in and tell everyone to brace themselves, and at the right time. And then ridiculous physics that doesn't actually work. We ram at just the right angle to knock everyone out who isn't braced or something like that. And then if you want, Adam will be the driver so that it doesn't matter if he gets killed in the process.
All right, so since we have this planned out, we pause, we go get runners in the shadows, we play through the heist this way using that system, and come back.
All right,
no,
so that's not how this works.
At some point during this, I want to get these three characters playing a D&D game. Out of Roxy and Skip. Skip is definitely going to be the GM, I think.
Yeah,
I was going to say Rory can be the GM so that the three of us could all play together.
That actually works too.
That would be fun.
That works really well. Okay, we ready?
All right.
Sure.
All right. And Roxy hands a skateboard out of the duffel bag to Rory, says, get to the safe house. We're going to break everybody out.
Rory nods and heads off.
I'll sneak into the garage, get one of the trucks. Adam, you're with me. Skip, you get into the van.
As I'm gonna just kind of, if you need me to roll shroud and stuff again, I can. But I'm going to phase through the side of the van and just take a seat next to, like, get a step, like, oh, okay, can you just move a little to the left? Okay, thank you. And then take a seat in between everybody.
I don't think that requires a roll.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know if you need me
to like. Easy. That's easy for you to do.
Perfect,
and no, there's no guards in the back of the van, so you're set.
So yeah, I phase through the wall, and
there's like a little grill between the cockpit of the van and the holding area.
Is it open or shut currently?
It's currently shut.
Perfect. Then I sneak in and just wave to everyone. Hello, hi. My name is Skip. I am going to be riding with you today. I'm a friend of Roxy and Rory, and we're going to work on getting us all out of this van today. How does that sound to you guys?
Big Bertha says, that sounds great. What do we need to do?
Hang tight. And Pickle, I'm going to phase through as well. And when Pickle here is going to stick his face out the back of the van, and he's going to put his ghost head through
the back of the van.
And Pickle's going to alert us when we're about to get totally wrecked. So if when the time comes, I'll let you know when to brace yourself, and freedom will be not long after that.
So I assume Adam is driving like a stolen UPS van or something.
Yeah, and Roxy's in the getaway, right? One that isn't going to be destroyed in the crash.
Yeah, which is going to be one of your cars from your infinite garage, right? I assume.
Yes. Yes. All right. So I guess the first roll would probably be Adam ramming into the.
I agree.
Truck.
Yeah. Probably potency, right? Or is it finesse?
Yep.
Oh God, not finesse.
It's not finesse.
It's the perfect angle.
That's true. I guess you could argue for finesse. I was just thinking potency because you are ramming a truck into a van. Yeah.
So here's what I would argue. I would argue that it is potency for Adam, but it may have been finesse for Roxy, as you have special physics things that allow you to do cool, weirdly accurate car stuff, while Adam at this point is just driving a car into another car without the benefit of being this car
I'm
wizard.
actually doing it according to Roxy's plan. It is finesse. I'm gonna do the exact angle that Z told me to do, and I'm gonna just hit it right on. I don't really care if I survive or not. But it's like billiards.
Love it.
All according to what Roxy's plan is.
All right, I'm gonna roll 6 dice on this.
Okay, 6 dice. I can't use this screen. Okay, you better get your math right.
A 10.
I get one more.
10 explodes for those at home.
3
successes.
Nice. Let me see what I get.
2.
3 successes.
Really?
No, 2.
2
6 isn't a
successes.
success.
6 is
It's
not a success.
Yeah.
No,
An
it's
8, a
7
9,
and
and a
up.
10.
Where's
there
the
a
9?
You have an 8, a 6, a 4, a 3, and a 10.
What?
Weird.
We don't see the 9.
We might be on the edge of color
No,
blindness.
I
That 9
do
in the
see the
middle is-
9.
Oh, dude, I totally.
No.
The
No,
9
your screen. Wait, hold on, Frank.
Mhm.
Your
Yeah.
screen does not capture it. Scroll down.
Oh,
There it
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
The
Mhm.
hidden
I
9.
had an 8, 9, and a 10. So just like
oh
you.
my goodness. That was
That's funny.
nail biting.
I was like looking at my screen going, wait.
Good podcasting.
Yeah.
So for those of you listening, we couldn't count dice correctly. Because-
No,
All right,
you
so it is
literally didn't have all of the dice on your screen. That wasn't our fault.
Which means that you successfully ram the van, but you don't successfully knock out the cops.
Oh, I was hoping it would successfully knock ram the van and just die in the process. But okay. Yeah.
Well, you can die in the process too if you want. But
Well, it's not so much the dying, it's that being the result of the tie, not the failure of knocking out the cops. Okay.
Or I could actually, this is more interesting. You, you ram the van and it doesn't stop, but the cops are knocked out. How about that?
That's fun. That's right, Brendan.
It's now descending a hill with knocked out drivers.
So I'm on whatever walkie-talkie Roxy gave me, and Roxy, this isn't working exactly.
Skip phases into the front seat and sees this is happening, but also Skip died long before a driver's license. So Skip's going to grab the wheel and pull back on it. That helps. Like it's a plane that you've seen in the movies.
Yeah, you're just like leaning through the seat and grabbing the wheel. You're not actually sticking your feet in there.
I'm like yelling back to Bertha and them. What do I do? You know?
I'll let Roxy do something before I attempt to get out of the crashed car and
commandeer your car has crashed pretty seriously.
Yeah.
So I think the first thing I got to do is, so the van is still moving, right? Like,
yes, it is, and accelerating.
I am going to drive to catch up on to it, but I will open the passenger side door and like try and grab Adam as I'm driving past to bring him into the car.
So you're going to try and scoop up Adam as you go by.
That's right. And this is definitely, I think, flow for sure.
Yes, this is definitely flow.
I don't want to stop, right?
Right.
And I think I have to go with finesse, even though I'm terrible at it.
Yeah, I think finesse makes sense because you're trying to scoop him into the car.
It's not potency, cunning, tenacity, maybe a Piron, but again, I only have a 1 in that.
So it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's only 4 dice.
Okay, run over 6 again.
Quick question. If you have grandeur, what does that do again?
If you spend 3 of you have 6 grandeur right now. If you spend 3 grandeur, you get an extra die.
Okay. Would y'all be cool if I spend 3 grandeur and in addition to 2 of my Numa to get 2 extra dice?
Yes. My argument would be just to get me in there. I don't think it's worth it. Because
really?
I think if I don't make it, I could appear in the next scene as it's kind of like an immortal thing. I'm just there again. So I don't know if it's worth it just to get me in there. I'd rather you focus your energy on stopping the the van and saving it.
Why don't you just make a roll and see what you get, and rather than spending your Numa and grandeur? I think that's what Frank is saying.
Sure, sounds good.
And if you succeed, you succeed. If you fail, you fail.
All right.
Two successes with a 10.
One is a 10, so I get to roll again. And I got a 9, so that's 3 successes.
That's pretty good for 4 dice. First 4 dice. So let's see what I get. I got a 7 and an 8. That's 2 successes. So yes, you come screaming in, slide up next to where Adam is standing on the street. Grab hold of his hand and haul him into the car as your car like does a 360 right like directly around where he was standing.
That's amazing.
And then you speed off down the street. What kind of car are you driving right now?
This one is for speed, so it is a sports car. But I don't know what sports cars are. It's red, so it's fast.
Yeah,
that have a stripe to make it even faster.
It has flames painted on the side, so
that's super fast.
That's super fast.
That makes it very fast. Yeah.
And then you take off down the street as this out of control van is rumbling off down the street. The passengers inside screaming as it is accelerating ever faster towards a concrete barrier at the bottom of the hill.
Okay.
This is a 7 dice challenge.
Wow. All right.
So, question. Can Skip do something to try and not necessarily slow it down, but maybe like divert it so that we can catch up without it crashing?
Yeah,
you can catch it without it crashing.
Is there a way I can assist the roll?
There is a helping thing, I believe. Let me see what
we need to know what we're doing first before you could help.
Sure.
But we'll at least do that while Brennan looks up the helping roll. Rebel, do you want to take lead on this one, or do you want me to jump through the car and try to smash the brakes? Because the idea is Adam doesn't really know how to drive much or doesn't like driving, but I'm sure he knows enough about what it is. He'll at least turn the wheel and crash into a car that's like the parked cars along the side. So I don't mind. It's not breaking character for me. But if you have something cool you want to do, unless that was the cool thing was picking me up and then allowing me to throw myself through the window. I'm cool.
I think allowing you to throw yourself through the window is pretty fucking cool. So let's do it.
All right. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to get into the car, jump in through the car recklessly, of course, through the windshield, whatever, and just grab the wheel and turn it so that it crashes into a parked car and stops. And then
that's cool.
Skip can help with.
Sure. Just tell me what I need to do for that.
Okay, let me just see if there's some way that you can help people. Helping other protagonists. Helping dice. You can spend Numa as if you're buying a die for yourself and offer that 1 helping die per action to a friend.
I'm down to 4. So if we're not going to be restocking anytime soon, I can do it. I will, but I'd be hesitant because that's going to take away some of my power sets. I'm not a fighter outside of this fear tactic thing that I have going. You know.
I am okay with you saving your die if Rebel is as well.
Yeah. Are you going to spend anything, Adam?
Yeah, I'm going to spend 2 Numa, right? Or is it 2 for 1 die, or is it 3 for 1 die?
Is this in your ambit?
Yes. Armor of loyalty, protecting those worthy of my deep loyalty. Ambit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Guardian of deep. Yes, I think it is within my ambit. I'm protecting my friends.
Okay.
So is that 3 for 1?
That's 2 for 1. Yeah.
Okay. I'll get 1 die. Let's just see. I feel like that's because my pool's going to be finesse and force. And I think my pool's already at 6. So 7 die feels like it would be enough, right?
That's cool. I'm rolling 7 dice myself.
Neat.
All right, let's let this ride.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to go 8 dice, so I will spend for that.
Okay.
I'm going to have a little bit of a lead on you. I think this is an important thing to come to. All right. 1, 2, 3, 3. And re-roll that 110. 3.
3 successes.
Yeah. All those dice. But
And I got 1 success.
wow.
Woo!
Nice. Let me.
Well, you guys have had some really good luck with my rolls so far.
Yeah, we have.
All right. So yeah, so in like pretty much one smooth action, Roxy picks me up with that spin. I get into the car. I'm crouched down. I've got my jawbone with me, and I swing out of the car, crash through the rest of the whatever's still intact in the windshield, fall into the cab, land hard on the 2 Mounties, and then jerk the wheel pretty much aimlessly, and it hits a row of parked cars.
Okay. It hits a row of parked cars, slides slowly to a stop as it then bangs into the concrete barrier, but not hard enough for anybody to get hurt.
Good. Ouch.
And then you can pop the back and get all of your people out.
I knock the lock off, and then I get back into Roxy's getaway car.
All right.
Or are we splitting up from here and letting everyone just go?
I think you should probably split up and give them some stuff from your backpack to all escape in different directions, because a sports car just doesn't fit a lot of people.
Yeah.
No, I will grab, I can fit 2 other people in the car. I'm probably gonna Skip can probably catch up with us, right?
Yes, 100%.
So I will grab 2 of them, hand out the bike, the scooter, and I'll let Big Bertha borrow the roller skates. And say, y'all know where the safe house is. Split up, get there. We'll meet you there when we can.
And Big Bertha grabs your arms like, thanks, Roxy. We'll see you there. And then they all head out.
Why do all the cars in Toronto have actual glass instead of safety glass? It's thematic. The darkest cosmos wants it. That's why.
That's right.
I mean, how else would a shower of glass spray on me as a car rolls over my car?
Yeah,
exactly.
It's a very local ordinance for Toronto. Must have actual glass.
Must have regular non-safety glass.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So what's the plan now?
I still think get Tusk.
Yeah, I think once we get all these people to safe house, let's go see Tusk.
Okay. Well, getting them to the safe house isn't the hard part of this adventure. That's easy. So
yeah. This car is going to be pretty noticeable, so I'm going to have to we're going to have to be careful if we want to go anywhere that the police can catch us.
We want to switch cars at some point too, then?
Yeah, we can we can head back to the garage, pick out a different one, and head out.
Yeah, that's pretty trivial for you, I think.
Yeah.
With your special ability.
This one's just like a minivan. What we already did blue. I did red.
Orange.
What other colors of? Yeah, an orange minivan. Yeah.
Not standing out at all.
Yeah.
No. Well, it's not the bright red sports car that was seen fleeing from the wrecked police van.
There's a suction cup cat on the window, but in this universe, it's Heathcliff instead of Garfield.
Nice.
Yeah, Heathcliff is way more popular than Garfield in this universe.
How do you know Heathcliff Garfield arguments?
Yeah,
doesn't hold up.
That's the one part of the 90s that they remember from their 2 years in it.
I don't remember anything from the 90s. Listen, there are internet memes about Garfield. I have heard of Heathcliff.
All right. Memes.
Yes, that is correct.
That is a good explanation.
Let's check out.
Have you ever heard of Garfield minus Garfield?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Terrifying.
I mean, John. We all knew John was insane, but this is just proof. Yeah. Anyway, we head to the cleaners.
Okay.
Their hangout, their garage hangout. Yeah.
Yes.
You can stop a little ways away. You can drive right up to it. What are you gonna do?
Oh, I'm gonna drive right up. I ain't scared. I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna bang on the front door.
All right, and the guy who opens it, you recognize as Baldy Cleaner, Tusk's brother.
Nice.
All right, Baldy, where's Tusk?
He looks at you, like sort of slack-jawed, surprised to see you. He says, looks around, sees that it's just you three.
Yeah.
Or counting Pickle. But,
yes.
And then says, okay, come on inside. Comes in, and when you come in, he shuts the door, and then you can hear him like rattling a chain as he chains it closed.
Perfect.
Where's your brother?
He just wordlessly points into the main area where the, recreational pastimes are, like the pool table, the foosball table, the television.
Realistically, how big is this golden disc? Like, yay.
It's pretty big. Yeah, it's like this big.
I don't know about bringing this everywhere. I think even if it's unsatisfying, if someone steals it from wherever we hide it, I think it would be less stupid than carrying it around everywhere. So so when you go to the garage to switch up cars, can we keep that in the garage?
You can hide it in the garage. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Roxy, put a good alarm on this thing, really loud, so we can hear it wherever we are.
Toss it in old Scrimbleshanks over there. That one's loud as hell.
Okay. Your sister know how to get in this place?
Well, yeah.
You trust your sister with this? I put my hand on your shoulder.
I trust my sister with my fucking life. Of course I trust her. Listen, she may be hanging out with the cleaners, but she's not an idiot, okay?
I'm glad. Just a condescending face. Not even condescending. Just like, why are you interested?
If you keep touching me, I'm going to deck you.
Very reasonable. And he puts his hands in his pockets for the remainder of this interaction up until like we're at the door of the cleaners.
Yeah. Okay, so that happened in the garage. Now we're back.
That explains why he doesn't have this disc here.
Yeah. That was a little flashback, right? And now we head towards the recreational area.
Yeah, you walk into the rec room. There's all these cleaners there. Some of them are playing pool, some are playing foosball, whatever. There's like an arcade cabinet in the back. They all sort of turn and look at you as you come in, and you see Tusk sitting in a lazy boy, presiding over the whole thing. And he says, well, look who came crawling back.
Listen, Tusk, if you don't tell us who you're working for, we're going to wreck the place. So.
And then everybody sort of makes an ugly laugh. Yeah. They don't believe you. But anyway.
We need to know who you're working for, what they want with us, and why the hell you think that they're going to deliver on their promises.
He kind of leans forward and smirks at you, and he says, "You have no idea the trouble that you've gotten yourself into. You have some powerful enemies."
I pull the baseball bat off my back, and I just smash something.
Love it.
What are you smashing?
Whatever's breakable and near me.
Okay. So you bust up the foosball table.
Yeah, sure.
And the guy's playing foosball and like, "Hey!
Stop being a smug asshole and start talking, Tusk."
He gets up, sort of strolls towards you, and he says, "Well, since you've evaded these traps, I don't think it's a bad idea to introduce you face to face with the boss."
You taking orders from someone else now?
He says, "You don't know what's on offer."
I just kind of thought you were a little smarter than this, Tusk.
Tusk? Smart? No.
I said a little smarter.
Wait, is that what Tusk says? He's very self-aware.
Self-bird.
No, Tusk just says, "No, I'm playing the long game."
All right, show us this boss of yours then.
All right, all the cleaners sort of gather around you as you walk down a hallway which leads to a door, which he swings open, and there's a set of steps that lead down into the darkness. And he says, "After you."
Yep. I will go first.
Okay.
Yep.
I love that. You have an immortal and a ghost, and you're like, nah, I'll be in the front.
That's right.
Listen, there's a lot of posturing for the power dynamics between this shit. If I let somebody else go first, it makes me look weak.
Right. Even though you have two people who literally can't die.
I think you can't see it, but Pickle has phased to invisible and is walking beside you just in case.
Aww.
Just like, yeah, you have a little guard friend coming with you as well.
What a sweet
or someone to guide you to the
boy.
afterlife when you die. One of the two.
I feel like Roxy has less complicated unfinished business than Skip does.
That's
well,
very
there's that
true.
one carburetor you need to rebuild, but other than that, everything is
exactly less complicated.
All right, now is a good time to. Oh, go ahead. What are you saying about Adam?
Just Adam stays in the back, just in case we get jumped from behind.
Good call.
And I think he picked up the foosball ball at some point, and he was just like,
nice.
It's a little man and a little ball.
All right, this is a good place to stop for the evening.
I think so too.
Awesome.
Yep. That was great. Very enjoyable. I think as a little contest, I don't know if anybody who's watching or listening to this podcast, I would love to see your Pickles fan art. If you draw the dog that Skip Clifton has so fondly attached to, I would love it, and we will show it on air in an upcoming episode. Just draw Pickles, whatever you think.
And you don't have to be a good artist. We don't care.
Oh,
no.
Even better if you're not. And then you send it to us. We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook. You could send it to Dungeon Not Included on, DNI Crew on Twitter or on Facebook as a message or as an email to nonproductive@gmail.com. Yeah, sure. Why not? Send it to us any way you want, and then we will post it in an upcoming episode. We're very excited to find out what you think Pickles looks like.
Yes.
And that would be great. Oh my God, I can't wait. I really hope those are going to be coming in. Until then, goodbye, everyone. Thanks for playing. Thanks for playing.
Thanks for playing. We were the ones who were playing, Frank.
Yes.
Thanks for playing along at home.
Hey there, we hope you enjoyed this episode of Dungeon Not Included. If you did, please tell a friend and leave us a 5-star review and encouraging comments on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, or wherever you get your podcasts. It really does help spread the word for new shows like ours. You can follow the latest from the Dungeon Not Included crew on Twitter at DNI Crew, and over at Facebook at Dungeon Not Included, or at our home on the Non-Productive Network at non-productive.com/DNI Crew, where you can find articles, character sheets, and Patreon exclusives, as well as our latest episodes. Thanks!